Good evening, everyone. Can I ask that everyone takes these seats? We are about to start formalities. We're just waiting on the Belleville region in the back there to sit down. I could be wrong. Good evening and welcome to the annual awards dinner of the Western Province Rugby Referees Society. What an honor and privilege to all address you here tonight. Let me start off with welcoming Mr. Joey Salmons, our chairman and his executive. SA Rugby Referees Association Chairman Keith Hendricks. Saru Referee Manager Banks Yantolo. And all our former chairmen sitting in the front here at table 2, if I can single them out, Mr. Douglas Holwell, Dennis Immelman, Dan de Villiers, our provincial referees, and all our other referees here present tonight and their beautiful partners. Welcome and thank you for being here. And then, of course, last but not least, our sponsors, KWV, Dryforce, and Discovery. Thank you for your contributions, but I'll leave the chairman to address you later on. I am Lindsay Brown, and I'll be your program director for the evening. Many of you may know me as Lindsay Boyson. I used to serve this proud society as well, under the leadership of Ben Theron and Dan de Villiers at the time. And for some reason, Mr. Sammy Malatsi thought it fitting that I be your program director. So bear with me as we continue through this evening. And without further ado, allow me to welcome on stage Mr. Ashley McKay, our vice chairman.
Good evening, everyone. Can I just ask you to rise for a moment of silence as we've just come out of COVID. We've lost family members, we've lost friends, anybody that was close to us, and, it was a sad occasion. So I'm just going to ask for a moment of silence, please. Thank you. And then to start the evening, I'll just open in prayer and I'll just do a short prayer for us. So if you wouldn't mind bowing your heads, please. Lord and Heavenly Father, we come here this evening and we say thank you that we can gather here after 2 years in isolation. Lord, you've given us the strength, you've guided us. And we thank you for this evening that we have, where we can have our awards for 2022. Thank you that we are here and you've guided us here. And Lord, when we go back to our respective homes, that you'll be the driver of the respective vehicles as well. This we ask in Jesus' name. Amen.
Allow me to introduce to you our guest of honor, our chairman, the handsome Joey Salmons.
No, she did say handsome. Not handsomed with an ED, handsome. Vandaag is ek met 'n groot contraption hier so. Hello, people. Say hello. Do you know that what was it the other day I was watching? How many of you have watched the 2019 one just to remind yourself of what a disaster this can be sometimes? Nobody? Well, I did. So let me tell you a few things of 2019 award ceremony. Apparently then Lloyd Haglund was still a boy, but now he's a man. Etienne and Petrus was going to go to Namibia. Cameron and Walid was going to go to Portugal. And then COVID came. Ja. Hier is hulle nog altyd. Anyway, as om tenminste een van hulle wat famous is. TikTok. Ja, maar anyway. So many daaroor praat, so, yeah, geez. Some of us have grown older, others wiser. Some of us have put some facial hair on. Some are younger. Ek sien die girls look stunning. There are some that I see with different girls, but I won't mention their names. Because I don't want to out anybody, But, if you've changed the battery to the car, that's fine. Ek hoop die engine is nog lekker en het vat vir jou. Absolutely fine. Maar ek hoop jy die ander bedtram vir iemand gegee, dat hulle dan kan weer use, en het was nie gebruikbaar nie. Ladies and gentlemen, allow me to welcome you. And firstly, the what did you call yourself? Program director. When we discussed who should be directing the program, to say, sê my vra daar vir Lindsay man. And to say, do you think Lindsay will have a problem? He says, no, if she had one, it's not existing anymore. So anyway, where's Lindsay? Lindsay, welcome back. It's back to Yeah, there's a few things she regrets in her life, and one of it was having me as a MC at a wedding. Maar ek is bly om te sien, hulle is nog steeds getroud, en dinge gaan nog goed. Hulle het 'n klein bou, ek weet nou nie hoekom dit bou is, Joe het seker nie lekker ingepas nie, but these things happen. So, but yeah, Lindsay, you're looking absolutely amazing, and welcome here this evening. Mr. Hendricks, where's Keith? Can you wave so I can see you? Oh, daar's Jay. Ek kan jou nie mis so meneer. Met sy beautiful model langsom. Gaat weer vanaand goed gaan hier, Kelly, dan toe stadig maar seker. And then all my wonderful people. I did this in 2019. I took some of my things from 2019. I said, nie vergeet nie, you did this to the wise council. En dan jy 'n paar manne uitgehaal in die regterkant, but there's nobody here. Oh, Vian. All right, okay, ek hou vir jou vir later. Beautiful white shirts over there, gentlemen. JD. Good evening, sir. Good evening. Ooh, die man al splendid. Ek gaan nou vinnig my speech praat so dat ek kan drink. So, to our honorary life Vice President, Mr. Douglas Holborn, it's always a pleasure to see him. And ek sien, Dennis is hier. Dennis, was julle weer die jaar ergens? Want in 2019 was julle in Italy vir 5 maande. Ek het daai ook in die speech gou vinnig opgetel. Waar was julle die jaar? Island. Nergens? Daar sit sien jy. Ek ken jou meneer, ek stalk jou. But thank you. It's so good to have you guys here with us. All the ex-chairpersons, it's lovely to have you with us. Two special guests, which maybe some of you walk past, dat julle lelik gepraat of iets gesê en julle het nie geweet nie. I've got Paul Dobson's family here. So if I could bring the whole group, I would have. Maar ons het nie so baie tafel sê. So I've got his daughter-in-law, and his grandchild, and they are here on our invitation, because tonight is the first time ever that we will be making an award called the Paul Dobson Award. And we asked John to be here. He's doing something else, and he said to me, yes, Joey, I said, John, I can't do this award if I don't have family members here. To say, but I'm sending you 3 to say, you got my 5 folks to you. That's okay. So thank you, ladies, for being here. We really appreciate it. And I know the big man is here, so we'll just do what we have to do. So thank you for being here. Please give him a round of applause. Thank you very much. To all our honorary life members of the society, thank you and welcome to you. All our representatives, our friends, our sponsors. We call them friends, we don't call them sponsors because friends will give you anything whenever you ask them, and they've been doing that for us. So Drive Force, KWV Discovery, and our children's in absentia. I don't know what the other societies do because I was thinking, so our children sponsors, all of us. Do they ever go to these functions? Probably not, but I'm saying thank you for the 420,000 they give me. So thank you very much for that. Ook, ek het nou, yo, is die hoeveel? Some people didn't know. I get a joke gemaakt. Eindelijk 200. Now I'm joking, it is. All right, and then to all the partners of the referees, I think it's so important that we have this evening. Alles het net vir julle. We must have it just for you. I'm not interested in your partner who's a referee. Hy het die hele jaar op my nerves gewerk. So in other words, I don't really have to have him here. I just need you here. Because this is about you. It's about celebrating you. It's about saying thank you for not divorcing him. Thank you for staying with him. Thank you for taking all the pain and drama that he gives you. Thank you for when he comes home and he said, "Hey, bloody Joey," and then you say, "Ek weet nie wie hy is nie, maar hy vloekie in my huisie." Thank you for that, man. Thank you for absorbing all of that pressure that we put on the referees. So this evening is about the spouses, the partners, the exes, the people who are currently in the room. If you brought your ex with, then I wish you well because things will go well then. So what is tonight about? It's a celebration of achievements of all our referees, not just the ones here, not just the ones winning awards, but to everybody who, through COVID, made it back onto a rugby field. Because I can tell you, and I don't know how many people know, I think many referees were suffering from depression during 2020 and 2021. Because we have a very simple psyche, because referees are simple people. I'm at home Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Then I'm not at home for the whole day on Saturday. Then I come home and someone will scale at me and I'll be, it's okay, don't worry. Sunday I'll prepare again for the next week. This time around we had to be at home through that Saturday. Now for some people that Saturday took 24 hours. Because you had to wash the car, you had to walk out, you had to do this. En jy kon nie ek by die hekkie. Because government said you got to stay inside. So jy maar om die huis geloop, Wat maak jy buite? Nee, ek maak dit gou 'n bietjie skoon hier buite. Because some of them decided to train in their garages, net vir 5 ure just to get away. Maar as ek wat dit gesê het, die dames, hulle het dit vir my gesê, ek sê maar net, 1 ure. So tonight we have identified a group of referees who will be receiving rewards, and that they couldn't have done on their own. They did that with the help of their peers, the help of their family, the help of their friends. No one just gets an award. You have to work hard, you really have to graft. This morning I was privileged to sit in a speech with P. Divvy, and he spoke English the whole time, which was fantastic. And P. Divvy was telling us about hard work and about, how he created a culture in the Springbok team. Still the most successful Springbok coach, and everybody has a lot to say about him. But the thing is, one particular story he told us was, and this I remember clearly was, he said when they went to Dunedin, they knew no one's won there before. So it was very simple. He said, I can't make you win. I can only train you to think positively and do less mistakes than what you would normally do. That's all I can do. But when that whistle goes, it's about what you do during those 4 lines. And I was thinking, reflecting on, so I can't own what my referees do on the field. I can't. Because I can only do as much as I can with coaching them, and then when they run onto the field, it's on them. So what can I do differently? I can make sure that they get the best coaching available so that they can go onto a field and express themselves. So it has been 3 years since we've last been here, or we were downstairs. Ek hoop julle het almal by die trappe lekker opgekom. We experienced a lot of highs and lows over the last 3 years. A lot of highs and lows. And, sometimes the lows, in my opinion, are just a reminder, just a little reminder that we mustn't take things for granted. We mustn't take things for granted. Because as people around us that we loved and adored just got sick or tragically passed away, it really left holes in us. And that kind of brought me to, so how do we do things differently as an organization? because we tend to focus more on the negative than the positive. So I'm going to be challenging us, all of us, to start thinking more positively rather than negatively. Because, sometimes these lows, they stop us because we rush all the time, but they just stop you and they say, whoa, take some time out, breathe, because there's something here. It's roses that you're smelling. Smell them. Other times the lows will direct us into a direction where success is waving at you over there, but you can't see it because as Kilimanjaro and Tafelberg, you can't see the success there. But because you see this mountain, you just get to the foot of it and you stop. Say, now I'm going to go back now. We want to get to that part where we say, net die mountain, I'll get over it. That's where we need to go. Because somewhere along the line, COVID took that away from us. So tonight I want to celebrate the men and women of our organization who through some difficult circumstances didn't waver. You didn't waver from doing the task that you volunteered to do. Well, most of you did anyway. So like all organizations, if I do the analogy of a classroom, because I'm a teacher, I will tell you that every classroom has that child. That child. I didn't say what child, I said that child. Julle sit nou julle jou kop is dit en dink seker, daai een met die vinger in die nuus of die een wat hier omhardloop. No, I didn't say that. I said that one child. When you say we are now going to climb the ladder, then he doesn't go in the front of the ladder, he goes at the back of the ladder. No, CJ, no, you can't climb that side, you got to climb this side. Who told you that you can't climb on the other side? So you have that child who thinks a little bit different from the way you think. And I think as an exco and as a leadership, that's what I'm trying to say to our people, to the people that I share the leadership position with. Not every referee is the same person. And that is what we tried to do this year. Well, for some it was successful, for others not. Some people are still angry with me because I did not enforce fitness tests on people. But that's okay. You are allowed to be angry. But if we come out of COVID and we come out of that situation, you can't go back to normal. You have to think differently about how you do things. So the best thing that we can do as an organization is put the mirror up. Just put the mirror up. Look at the mirror and say, am I happy with what I'm seeing in the mirror? Am I happy with this person in the mirror? Am I happy with this guy who picks up the phone on a Friday and say, listen, I'm withdrawing, man. Am I happy to be that person? Am I happy to be the person who refs the game and when the first team comes, I say, I'm not running touch for you, I'm going home. Am I happy to be that person? And also, what am I doing to the image of the organization when I do that? Now, I'm probably preaching to, the gospel people sitting here, ek het nog nooit daai in my lewe gedoen nie. But that's happened, and you're all aware of it. Division 1 referees who referee top games, no ARs. He was there, but he's gone home. We can't live like that, ladies and gentlemen. This organization has very, very, very proud traditions. And these things that are creeping into our organization post-COVID, I'm going to buy a doom blikkie for each of the executive members. So when we get to a person who creates this kind of issues, soos 'n kakkelak, then we're going to spray. Shh, shh. Sometimes you have to draw a line. Ek weet of hy goed nog werk het. Hy kry wat hulle sê, trek 'n lyn en die kakkelak sal verdwyn. We can't have that kind of. This is not, ladies and gentlemen, this is not what Randall Southgate would have wanted. This is not what Owen Kivitz would have wanted. This is not what Paul Dobson would have wanted. I'm reminded when Connie Wilson spoke to us in 2019, the one message Connie said to us, I've got a video of it, he said to us, guys, be a team. If there's one message I've got for you, let's work as a team. Nou as my hakkers nou dink hulle is fullbacks and my wings dink hulle is hakkers, we have a problem. So we've got to look in the mirror and say, am I happy with what is going on in my life and in the organization. Everybody knows we want more money. Everybody knows. And the executive knows that too. And therefore we'll make that happen. But I can't have people change their culture because of money. Because that means you're doing it for the wrong reason. And I remind you of the speech that Paul Dobson made in Boundary Road in that boardroom when he stood in front of us and he said, this game is about giving. It's not about receiving. It's about giving. So I live with those legacies. I live with those I live with those words in my head because he said to me, Joey, you didn't choose to be the leader. They chose you to be the leader. So you are a servant leader. So my point is, ladies and gentlemen, if I'm a servant leader and I'm a leader and I understand integrity and I understand the integrity of the organization, I surely can't sit back and just chill and relax and let referees just do as they please as if we don't have a code of conduct. Keep the mirror up and let's look at it and say, am I happy with what I am seeing in front of me? Today I received a message from a referee. I don't think he's present. So he says the following to me. He says, Joey, do you know that we've become comfortable with being complacent and acceptable of and with being incomplete? Then he goes on and he says, giving up has become a normality. And sadly, the biggest thing we have given up in this country is and was the culture of respect, honor, and integrity to one another and to oneself. The pride is hard work and gaining the reward. And the reward was in the hard work as it brought self-actualization. Then he goes on, he sends his message to me with the following. He says, he ends it off, he says, the danger of giving up, Joey, is living a life of being incomplete. You can't get the past back because it's done, but you can get your passion back. So don't wait for life or situations to get better before you start living. I thought, I didn't know, but that was amazing. And I'm keeping that for myself because I think that is so, so important. So early on in COVID, we're losing these people. I mean, when Gili left, I was like, I didn't even think about it's going to happen again. Then Alan, and I was like, no, man, come on, surely not, you know. And then Randall left. And we knew Randall was sick, but it was like we always hoped he would stay around. When Paul left, I was shattered because I always thought he would live till he's 180 or outlive me. And then when Daniel went, that really hit hard because he's one of us, man, still running around in a rugby field. And I'm telling you, gents, ladies, that's the moment where I just paused. And I was like, if I'm going to be the best leader of this organization, I need to pause. So how did I pause? I said to the vice chairman, I will be taking a 2.5-month sabbatical. He says, go, Joey, take it. Yes, work was one of the reasons why, but one of the main reasons was I needed to do introspection and just say, is this for you? Because if it isn't, there are people who can do it. And when I came back, I said, no, nog kwaad for me, because I'm coming with new energy and I'm coming with all kinds of things in my head. But that is what this organization needs. So I'm telling Exco as well, they must all think about taking some sabbatical. Deleen smile seker nou. Ooh, dankie Joey, dankie. So Connie said that night, he says, you know, you need to get off the touchline. Get off the touchline and become part of the team. So we are in this game because we love it. We love being part of it. We love what it offers. It's the human factor, man. It's not about the law or the whistle. It's that human factor. Have you seen some of the referees on TV, some of our own peers? You know, they give a scrum and they turn and they laugh. I saw this the other day to score sevens because some player did something, you know, ridiculous. So they laugh. It's that moment. It's that human moment. And the provincial refs, we all see it because they've got 14 cameras. So when they laugh, the camera goes straight there and you can hear a little bit of banter between them and the players. That's what the game's about. It's about that. You know what? And it's that same energy and passion that we need, that actually was part of the reason why Dr. Cornelius Peterson in 2020 decided that he will start something that is uncommon in this world. So they initiated the referees charity ride. I don't even know how many of you know of it. So these guys were out every weekend. If East State President allowed them to go, then they go. And they've been cycling, man, only to make a difference in other people's lives. I've been blessed, humbled to be with them at some of these handovers where we hand over food and all of that. But for me, it warmed my heart because I thought, okay, so refereeing does have another dynamic to it. It's not just about what's on the field. So well done to the doc and his wife who probably gave him that idea when they were cycling one night. So we need to take care of our neighbors. And that is why I invited Boland to this meeting, because I think it's important. We need to build relationship with our neighbors. And on Saturday, we had a very productive meeting, the vice chairman and I, with all the chairpersons of the coastal societies, all the way up to KZN. And we've got fantastic ideas about how 2023 is going to go. And everybody bought into the idea of, let's build the refereeing culture again. And that is what Western Province is going to spearhead. Dankie, Dr. Fadaibike. So, my mentor, some of your mentors as well, I know definitely Ben's mentor was Paul Dobson. And he used to maintain, whenever we had a conversation, was, we don't do this because we're getting something out of it. And he said that to me often. He said, Joey, don't expect you're going to get something back. Just give and give, because that's how he lived his life. But then he's a teacher, so I understand that. I'm a teacher too. You know, we need to add value, we want to share, we want to be part of a bigger picture. We don't want accolades, we don't want awards, we just want to make sure that everything runs according to how it's supposed to be done. So maybe that's the mindset we need to have. I don't want anything back, I'm just going to give. Let's just give, let's just give, let's just give. And I told Exco, we've got 100 and almost 150 or so Umdagi and previous chairpersons, non-active members, which were your members when you were still chairpersons. So we're going to revive that non-active membership group again. And I'm going to hope that the previous, or my chairpersons, my predecessors, Dan and Dennis, Umdagi, that you guys will come on board and help us so that we want to revive, except for PJ Blowman, except for Frikkie van Wyk. I need them back because they need to come give back to this organization that made them the provincial referees they were. So we're reviving it. We're not phoning them. We're having a cocktail evening for them next year, and KWV will definitely be there. So we'll make sure that we give them, let them feel honored to be part of this organization. Go find Wendy de Kock. Go find Sandra Edwards. Go find them and let them come back, because our young ladies need those role models. And if we just sit back and say it's okay, then it means what Paul told me did not work, then I need to change who I am as a person. So I'm going to humble myself, and I'm asking you to humble yourself as well. So that, we can still be the best that we can be. Everybody knows that you're the number one organization in the country. Everyone knows that. We don't have a 1.5 million rand a sponsorship like someone up north, but we're okay, we're fine. So tonight I'm grateful. What am I grateful for? I'm grateful for Dryforce. I'm grateful for KWV. I'm grateful for Protea for having us here. I'm grateful for our children who decided they want to do what they did with refereeing in the country. I'm grateful for Joseph and Discovery Men. I'm grateful for Ivan. Ek gaan jou later sê hoekom Ivan van JAC. I'm grateful. I'm grateful for the partnership that we have with South African Rugby Union Referees Department and the SARA group. I'm grateful for Western Province Rugby Football Union, because without them we can't do what we need to do. I'm grateful for our provincial panel referees, because you know what? Without them, we won't be as great as we think we are. Because when JD runs out there, we can say, one of ours. So even when they crucify you, JD, even the ones in the room, when they crucify you, I say, nah, he's one of mine. I take it because he's one of mine. So we need to get to that place where we really become positive about our family. I'm grateful for your families. I'm grateful for your partners. I'm grateful for the people behind you that make sure that you can be the best that you are. I'm grateful for my executive. I'm really grateful for them because, they each have their own little spunk. Some things money, another one things performance review. Anina, weet jy, wat doen jy nou weer? Oh ja, DC, vice chair. Ek het hom 5 verskillende portfolios gegee. But they bring something special, man. And I really love working with them. And I'm hoping they'll be there for a long time. So 2023 is going to be about us re-examining who we are as an organization. Who I am as an individual and what I contribute to the Western Province Referees. It's time for us to rise. Rise out of the ashes. Rise. Because that ashes called COVID really did things to us that we need to shake off. And I'm looking forward to doing that. So, I can't do this without the executive, as I said. But I want to say, Deline, thank you to you. Thank you to you, because you know what? When I was away for 2.5 months, when I asked him, I don't think he asked you. He didn't say, "Wag, ek gaan eers my vrou bel." He didn't say that. He said, "Mr. Chair, go on a sabbatical, it's fine." Not knowing what was going to happen for the next 12 weeks. Drama. I'm sitting in Joburg, I'm on a phone call with him in the evening, and he gives me the feedback. I'm like, did that only happen today? That sounds like a month stuff in refereeing. He said, only today, Joey. And I said, jy liewe nog? So I want to say thank you, Deline. Thank you for giving him the opportunity. Thank you, Ashley, for doing that and for being very strong in your conviction, which was tested all the time. Baie dankie, ons waardeer vir jou. I'm very proud to lead this group. I'm very proud to be part of this organization. I'm very proud to have been part of it for 21 years. So in ander woorde, ek is mondig, Walid. Ek is nou mondig geword in die organisasie. That means I'm 21, Walid. Dit is die Engelse skool gewees. So ek is nou mondig. So if you're not mondig yet, as jy nou eers 10 is of 11, een paar jaar, maar nog week. But we'll get there. So I'm very proud of what you guys have done. To all the coaches out there who work hard behind the scenes, thank you for what you're doing. The PRs, they always get the criticism. Ja, hulle word geslag. But Ronnie, staan styf, my bro. Staan styf. Want jy het het. Just go and do what you're supposed to do. Ladies and gentlemen, we can't be without you. So I'm saying to you, Nkosi kakhulu, shukran, baie dankie. Thank you, Lindsay.
Thank you for that beautiful address, Mr. Chair. Before we get to the awards, we will proceed to having the starter. The meal will be done in a buffet format, so we'll just ask the hotel staff to escort us to the starter buffet. The starter, the hotel staff will escort us. Ladies and gentlemen, no need to leave your seats. The starter is coming to you. I trust you've all enjoyed your starter. And if you're still enjoying your starter, we're just going to ask you to chew a bit softer. We will now progress to the awards. And we'll start off with the Long Service Awards. I just want to call to the front our Vice Chair, Mr. Ashley McKay, Executive Members Ronnie Bourbon-Lefley and Dr. Cornelius Peterson. As the gentlemen make their way to the front, as part of the celebration of our members here tonight and the excellence on show, the executive from this event onward add the 20-year Long Service Awards to the list of awards being made at the annual awards dinner. This award is made to an active referee or referee administrator or combination of the two. Referee administration constitutes coaching, performance reviewing, executive committee or subcommittee service. These had to be continuous service years and under the auspices of Western Province Rugby Referees Society. For the 20-year service during the year 2020, our recipients are as follows, and in no particular order. For the year 2020, Mornay Colville. It's the first one. I'm sure we'll get it right. Our second person for the year 2020 is Eddie Douglas. Both these gentlemen are currently serving the executive in the portfolios Education and Training and Finance, respectively. Then we move along. For 20 years service during the year 2021, our recipients are as follows. Tuso Ngobisa. Tuso is the coach of the Langa region. Then our next recipient for the year 2021, Joey Salmans. Joey is currently serving his third term in the leadership of the organization, which started in 2015. He is also the regional coach of Tableview Momray region. Then for 2020, our recipient receiving the 20-year service award goes to Johan Willemse. Johan is currently serving on the executive, managing the marketing portfolio. He is also the referee's coach of the Brackenfell region. Thank you, gentlemen. Our next set of awards, we will honor junior referees. And I'd like to call forward our chairman, Mr. Joey Salmans, Eugene Gordon, and Marty Mostert. We'll start off with the nominee for the Junior Ambassador of the Year. The person who embodies the characteristics of a referee and goes beyond the call of duty to ensure that refereeing is viewed as a positive sport. He or she will also be very supportive of the game of rugby, and he or she, his or her peers. Not only will the person be a good rugby referee, but will be an asset to the senior society. And this year, the award goes to Lisa Kutsia. Let's give a round of applause to Lisa Kutsia. The next category goes to the most promising junior referee of the year. In our minds, this referee will make an impact on the Western Province senior rugby levels. He or she will possess special qualities of refereeing that could see them to the top. He or she would have started the journey a while ago and only started blossoming recently. They are thus on an upward curve, and the recipient for the 2022 award is Jerobian Bosch. Our next category goes to the most improved junior referee of the year. This award is given to a referee who has shown some very progressive growth. He or she may have started slowly and has been able to referee at tournaments where he or she has shown they understand the philosophy of refereeing at various levels of under-19 rugby. He or she will also be involved in the program, but perhaps not as much as what we would have liked to see. In 2022, the award goes to Janus Orrit. Our next category, we will honor the Junior Referee of the Year. This referee has over the season showed major growth and has been refereeing at various tournaments. He or she may have been used to refereeing final matches at tournaments, and has also shown the most growth in interpreting information given to him or her regarding officiating. This person has the capabilities to slot into the senior society with ease and referee senior matches at a young age. This referee has shown time and time again that he or she is an asset as a referee and will make Western Province proud. The Junior Referee a Year Award goes to Gustav Hahn. Let's give another round of applause to Gustav Hahn. Thank you so much. Now we move on to the regional awards, and I'd like to call up to the stage our Vice Chair, Mr. Ashley McKay, and executive members Eddie Douglas and Mornay Colville. So now we give honor to the regional awards. These awards are made by the regional coaches or conveners. They consider various aspects such as involvement, performance, progress, and so forth. The recipients of this year's awards in the various regions, we'll start off with Brackenfell. The award goes to referee Lloyd Hugland. The regional award winner for Region Helderberg goes to Dimitri Peterson. The regional award winner for Langa goes to Luazi Maklela. Let's give a round of applause to Luazi. The regional award for Paul goes to Dylan Franca. Is that one referee? And in the Paro region, the award goes to Petrus van der Merwe. And for the Stellenbosch region, the award goes to Nick Jacobs. The regional award winner in the Tableview Mamre region goes to Vian Swart. Last but not least, the winner for the Wynberg region goes to Kasim Ori. One can tell that it's a veteran, eh? Everyone, Kasim Ori. Ladies and gentlemen, that gives us the first part of the awards. We will now take a break in our program and proceed to the main course. This is definitely a buffet, and we will be escorted to the meal areas.
Yes.
Can I ask that we take our seats? Just apologies from the kitchen. The chef has asked that we give him some more time to prepare. And while we wait on the chef and his staff to get his kitchen in order, we will call on the SA Rugby Referees Association Chairman, Mr. Keith Hendricks, to address us.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, Mr. Chairman, for the invitation. I'm just glad that I'm not shortly after you because he's vir my in die skanne gesteek het. Fine, I bring you greetings from the South African Rugby Referees Association, its executive members, the staff members in the office, and from all the other societies. You know, when one stands here at Western Province, you often wonder, what can you tell Western Province Rugby Referees Society? But that will be a very negative start. Because if one cannot teach someone or a society anything, then indeed you have to learn from that person or from that society. In the case of Western Province, there is much that others can learn and apply in their own environment. I've had the honor of being a guest at a number of occasions of the Western Province Society. All of those, I have always been impressed by the organizational efficiency with which they have all been arranged and run. Members of the Western Province Rugby Referees Society can surely regard themselves as being privileged to be part of such a dynamic society. For all of this to happen, you need a dynamic person at the head. In Joey, you have that person. He knows what he wants from his executive committee and his members, and he makes it clear in no uncertain terms. I remember at the planning session earlier in the year when he was not satisfied, he made it very, very clear how he felt. He will also acknowledge that in order for him and his society to perform, he needs a capable executive committee, a group of men and women who will understand what the chairman expects from them and who understand the task that they have to perform. In the case of Western Province, you, the members, have such a group of people who excel in the tasks allocated to them. They are all experts in the portfolios allocated to them. They plan their tasks timeously and are ready and prepared for the next season, even before the present season ends. That is how I learned to know them. But then, planning without action has no meaning. As the season progresses, their actions are clear for anyone to see. This starts in the manner in which they communicate with their members and with Sarah and the office. Firstly, their plans are made known to everybody, and as the year progresses, they use meetings and other forms of communication to inform you as members and others. Within this busy schedule, there is no time for unnecessary time wasting. So, if you need anything, they expect you to be specific in the reason for the request before they adhere to your request. That I have learned at Sarah. Before you ask Western Province, you must be specific and you must tell them why you need it and what you want to do with it. Transformation aims at making rugby accessible to everybody who wishes to be part of the game. The responsibility to transform the game is everybody's responsibility, and it's an ongoing process. Every member of every society thus has the responsibility to make it possible for every citizen in South Africa to enjoy the game of rugby and to be part of it. Western Province referees accept that responsibility, and the results are clear for everybody to see. This can be seen in your membership as well as on the field of play or of refereeing. Efforts must still be made to educate designated groups in the administration of the game and to serve on your executive. There is no doubt that Western Province are active in recruiting from the different communities in order to have the required membership in those areas where you are still lacking. We should all have a plan on how to address access to the game for referees by ensuring that rugby is accessible to all who wish to participate, including women, disabled persons, and people in rural areas. At society level, we are struggling to achieve the set targets regarding access to generic black and black African referees. Our numbers should not create an impression of exclusiveness. Your referees are seen on the different stages throughout South Africa and indeed throughout the world. That says a lot of the preparation that goes into those referees and about their commitment to both their society and their task. Western Province Rugby Referees Society also serves as an institution of learning, or should I say, as a society of learning. Opportunities for learning are created for members and even for members of other societies to learn and to be educated in the skills of refereeing and administration. World Rugby courses are presented regularly for members to obtain their certificates, and beginners and even school children and other juniors are recruited and trained to become referees. There is indeed much to be learned on becoming a member of Western Province, and I am sure the members can look back with gratitude and thank their society for all the learning to which they have been subjected. Once you are qualified, you are not left to yourself. Your society is serious about training coaches and performance reviewers who can continually assist referees to improve their skills. We are all aware of the many challenges that referees have on the playing fields. We have to deal with all types of weather and all types of players, administrators, and even spectators. Fortunately, you have a strong person in your vice chairman who assists referees in those difficult situations that they have to deal with. We hold the safety of our referees very dearly, and we are glad to see that there were no serious incidents within Western Province during the past season. In addition to the safety of referees on the field of play, the South African Rugby Union also informed us that we all have a moral and legal obligation to ensure the safety and well-being of children, women, and vulnerable persons. In order to address this, a member of your society attended a virtual training session for designated safeguarding officers over 3 days, and that person has a very important task of spreading the message. You have a huge number of club matches to service on a particular Saturday, and for that you have Eddie and his team who make no mistake in getting you appointed to your matches. That is in addition to the number of provincial matches at the Cape Town Stadium and at City Park on any given Saturday. Likewise, your society is financially sound and able to honor your commitments. Yet, you do not rest on your laurels and still have a member of the executive responsible for marketing and fundraising. The South African Rugby Union has specific expectations regarding the management of finances. As you may all know, your finances are well managed and your regular reports are provided. What more can I say? I understand you will have an election shortly. I wish you well for the meeting and for the elections, and I know that everything will go well. I cannot campaign on behalf of anybody. Thank you to all members of the Society for your diligent work during the past season and for supporting your executive. A big thank you also to all members of the Executive Committee for your work and for another successful season. I am sure you can all look forward to a good time of rest and then to another successful season. I thank you once more for inviting my wife and I to your very prestigious function and for allowing me to address you in this manner. Our heartiest congratulations also to all referees who have excelled and to all who will receive an award tonight. On behalf of SARA and all its member societies, I wish you well in all your undertakings. I thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Keith Hendricks, for that address. I just got the thumbs up. We are ready for main course. So the hotel staff will show us to the buffet area. Enjoy the meal.
Is this your wife? She's looking amazing.
I trust you're all enjoying the main course. We will now progress with the awards. The next category, we'll look at the Divisional Merit Awards. And for this section, I'd like to call on Executive Member Johan Willemse, as well as a representative from the sponsor, Drive Force. So these awards goes to the divisions, and we'll start with Division 7. The referee honored as the Divisional Merit Award for Division 7 goes to Lance Gordon. For Division 6, this award goes to Bevan Kemp. And in his absence, I'd like to call on former Chair Dan de Villiers to accept his award. Dan is accepting the award for Division 6 winner Bevan Kemp. The winner for Division 5 goes to Santi Clarence. For Division 4, the Merit Award goes to Martinique Daniels. For Division 3, the Merit Award goes to Lonwabo Dio. The Merit Award for Division 2 goes to Petrus van der Merwe. The Merit Award for Division 1 goes to Ashley Jacobs. We'll ask Ashley to remain on stage. The Overall Merit Awards. The Overall Merit Award delivered a tie between 4 of the divisional winners. In the case of a tie, it is the highest exam result obtained on the first attempt at writing, and with his 84.8% on his first attempt of writing the Overall Merit Award in 22. This goes to Ashley Jacobs. A round of applause to Ashley Jacobs. Then we move on to the highest exam mark, and we'll ask Johan and the gentleman on the stage to remain. This award is presented to an active referee who achieves the highest examination mark on the first attempt of writing at the official examination date set by the executive. This year, the award for the highest examination mark achieved with 93.3%. Our winner, Zandra Herselman. Let's give a round of applause to Zandra. Thank you, Johan. You can take the stage. We now move on to the Most Improved Referee Award. And for this, I'd like to call up our Vice Chairman, Ashley McKay, as well as Executive Member Mornay Colville and Joseph van Skalkwyk from Discovery. As they make their way to the stage, this award is presented to a referee who has shown tremendous improvement in his refereeing. He or she would have also made an improvement on their grading in the society. This year's recipient started the year as a beginner and has reached Division 6 status. The award in 2022 goes to Clyde Roy. The next category we'll honor is the most promising referee. And I'll ask the gentleman to remain on stage. The award goes to the referee who the awards committee, with the approval of the executive, believes has the potential to referee at the highest level. The most promising award for the year 2022 goes to Lloyd Hagland. The next award is called the Chairman's Award. I think it's just appropriate that I call the chairman to come and deliver and speak to this category. Thank you, Joseph.
Thank you, Program Director. Sounds like government. Ladies and gentlemen, this is probably the one good thing about being the chairman, is that when the awards committee sits, and while we are talking about them, I'd just like to congratulate them under the leadership of the vice chairman, himself, Ronnie and Eddie. They've really been working hard on a lot of these prizes are actually self-explanatory. It's about points and those kind of things. But the last couple is about a bit more deeper than that. So then there was this award. They said, listen, Chairman's Award, I have never handed out any of these, I think. Never. So I decided this year it's time that I do it, because otherwise I might also pass, and then I haven't given anybody something to look forward to. So I'm not going to make a hoorah of it. I just decided on 3 people that really impressed me through the season. And the first one I'm going to call is somebody who consistently performed at a very good level within our society. Somebody that really we could go to when we were in need of referees, and that happened a lot this year. And somebody that I'm extremely proud of, because I was there when he started. So, ladies and gentlemen, the first Chairman's Award goes to Dylan Franke. Give him another round of applause, please. And then I selected somebody who does such a lot of work, but, people just don't reward. Some people work hard, but you would never ever see them achieve anything, or nobody says anything about the work that they do. And I can assure you, since the day when we refereed together back in the day in Helderberg, and there was a kick to the poles and the sun was shining in my eyes, I was the AR and he was the referee, he looked at me because he wanted to make sure whether he must award the kick or not, and I had my flag up and my partner on the other side had his flag down, so he decided, well, that's not it. And I was, that night, asked to come to the farm to be punished. And I got, I think, a half a bottle of those things that were 45% alcohol. So, ladies and gentlemen, for all the work that he's done and for everything that he means to our society, and I don't think many people know how much he does. He runs a farm. He's not the owner, but he manages it. It's a family farm, but he makes time. If I say I want this now, he says, give me an hour, I'll get it to you. Ladies and gentlemen, it gives me honor to ask Ronnie Boben-Leffley to come and receive this. Give him another round of applause, please. And this one is close to my heart and very special. And it comes from the stable of you, Hendrik Cravenstein. It's your stable. So it's somebody that is very close to you. It's also somebody who you gave a blazer to many years ago. And I want to say to you that this boy, he's not a boy anymore, he's a man, family man, has really had such a tough time in refereeing. But the one thing and the reason why I want to give this to him is because he is the epitome of never give up. Because you know what, when he falls, he jumps up and he just goes. So much so that they had no choice, Hendrik, to give him a Currie Cup final. They had no choice because it was his time. And when it's your freaking time, it's your freaking time, man. Ladies and gentlemen, Pengile Chadesweni. Ladies and gentlemen, and thank you for indulging us. Thank you, Vice Chair, Program Director. Thank you very much.
As Program Director, I'm going to make a decision now to continue with the awards. We were supposed to break for dessert, but I'm the Director. So we will continue. This category is called the Willem Brits Award. Either you saw my notes or you're really keen to be the director. Just to speak to this award, during COVID-19, what I should start by saying, I'd like to call up Joey Salmons, our chairman, as well as Sean Stewart from KWV, and a representative from Dryforce. As we wait on the gentleman to make his way to the stage, this award is made by a referee for a referee who they believe carries the flag of the organization with pride. The referees nominated 7 individuals in the society, and a motivation had to be given as to why this person would be the perfect candidate for this award. The members voted, and the recipient of the Willem Brits Award for 2022 goes to Dr. Cornelius Peterson. So I got given the motivation, which was a very long document, but shortly, during COVID-19, he introduced a cycling project called the Western Province Rugby Referees Charity Ride. This project recruited 15 referees to join in the aim of keeping the referees active and also to drive charity work in the community through this project. Referees had various food and clothing drives, which assisted refs and their families, but also the communities during a very tough time. They worked together with organizations such as Cycle for Life, the Sia Khaleesi Foundation, the Chester Williams Foundation, as well as Wheels on Wall. Altogether, these 15 referees accumulated 80,000 kilometers over the last 2 years. So let's give another round of applause to Dr. Cornelius Peterson. He's also made a request that there's a picture taken of all the referees that were part of this project. Please, referees, do not disappear. If you were part of it, please take a picture with Dr. No, we've got 2 more categories and then we can break. But I'd like to call on Victor Kirkbride. Yes, we'll just alternate. Thank you. And then I'd also like to call on Mr. Ashley McKay as he will introduce the Paul Dobson Award.
This award is in memory of one of our refereeing legends of our time, Paul Dobson. Paul took charge of his first game in 1955 while studying in Pietermaritzburg, joined the Western Province Referee Society in 1968. He went on to officiate more than 40 first-class games. He was also the school rugby coach while being schoolmaster at Bishop's College in Stellenbosch, where he taught Latin. Paul was also a mentor to several senior referees. But perhaps one of his greatest legacies was to work as a representative with 7 Western Province-based referees bodies to drive the process of unification. Sport was a historical segregated by race, but rugby embarked on the process of unification to bring various referee societies under the one banner, an achievement that was completed in 1992 with the election of an interim executive of Western Province Rugby Referee Society, with Paul Dobson being the first chairman. He remained in the post until 1999, when he retired as an active administrator. He was also awarded honorary member and honorary life president of our society. After retiring, Paul remained active in the refereeing as an editor of a phenomenal, successful South African website. His global connection was staggering, and he was able to pick up the phone or email just about anyone for comments on refereeing matters. He also wrote several books on the games. In 2012, Paul was presented with an International Rugby Board Referees, it's now known as World Rugby Award, for distinctive service. When Paul, as he was affectionately known to us, was a giant of a man, but at the same time, humble and very willing to lend an ear and listen to referees. This award seeks out candidates who share the qualities of Paul. Needless to say, it has been conferred on one of our referees for the first time tonight. I'm going to ask the Dobson family to come to the stage, please. It gives me great pleasure, more than anything, even to know that I'm the regional coach of this person that's been awarded this award. And tonight, the society honors Wesley. Please. Just before we end, before we take photos there, just to let you know, the main reason why Wesley is receiving this award. This young man at City Park on one Saturday afternoon did CPR on a player. Unfortunately, the next morning, at Grooteskier Hospital, he succumbed to his injuries. But while he was in Wesley's care, he was well taken care of. Well done, Wesley, and thanks very much. We'll just ask one of the, they will stay, yeah. One of the members from Paul Dobson's family to say something to us, please.
Hello everyone, I'm Sarah. I am Paul Dobson's favorite grandchild. He would tell anyone, and they sort of said I should say it. But I'm going to call him Grandpa for now because he is my grandpa. But I've grown up next to a rugby field because my dad is a rugby coach. And every day you'd arrive at his house and he's in his office writing something about rugby, or you're walking past his bookshelf that's basically his books about rugby. And he just I don't know, being like 3 girls here is funny because you'd expect John to come and give something like this out, but we are next to all John's games to support. We are showing that females can be involved in rugby and that we just love it, and we loved him, and they've been crying the whole night. So I decided to come speak, but yeah, he's just such an amazing person, and hearing about the CPRs, he wouldn't want anything more than that. If he was here, we have a thing in the family about how we can feel when he's somewhere, and we can feel him tonight. We can feel him through Joey in his speech earlier. We were all just like, that literally sounds exactly like him. And something he would want to say tonight if he was here was thank God for rugby. He said that rugby put food on the table and everything. So yeah, we just in memory of him. Thank you.
I was hoping that there was some sort of entertainment after that. It was very tough. So I can also just say something. When I used to work in the referee department, I used to call him Mr. Dobson, because I'd hear his voice. If he would just say hi, and you would just know that it's him. And I'd say, "Hi, Mr. Dobson." He says, I'm not Mr. Dobson. Call me Paul. And I'd say, "No, but it's just respectful to say Mr. Dobson." I'd say, "If you call me Mr. Dobson one more time, I'm going to call you Mrs. Boyson." And that was just him. It was just, oh, what a legend. So thank you for that. Thank you for honoring him in that way. And on that note, we'll go to the last award of the evening, the Referee of the Year Award. And for this, I'd like to call on our chairman, Joey Salmons, as well as Sean Stewart this time, and a representative from Triforce, as they make their way to the stage. The award of the Referee of the Year goes to the referee who represents the society at the highest level of refereeing in the country or in the world. Should the society not have someone representing on those levels, it is made to the Division 1 referee, who is deemed to the highest rank. Our recipient will not be able or is not able to accept the award, as this person is not currently in the country and is currently at the Women's World Cup. I tried to not say that, but anyway, representing her country and her society. And now I think everyone knows who the winner is, obviously. The Western Province Referee of the Year Award is presented to none other than Amy Barrett-Theron. This is Amy's second time receiving this award. Okay, she's the fourth one, but it's the second time. It's the fourth time that she receives this award. We congratulate her, and we ask the Honorary Life Vice President, Mr. Douglas Holwell, to receive the award on her behalf. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Douglas Holwell on behalf of Amy Barrett-Theron. We'll just all watch the video.
Good evening, everyone. Mr. Chairman, all the wonderful people that make Western Province the society that it is, and of course the referees and their guests. Thank you so much for having me, albeit virtually. I do wish I was there celebrating with you all in person. Firstly, I wanted to start off and say congratulations to all the award winners, as well as those who have sacrificed so much time this year and given their utmost best out on the wonderful fields of Cape Town. I am where I am today because of the Western Province Society, and I absolutely appreciate being recognized as the referee of the year. It's definitely hit home, melted my heart a little bit. I've been away from home for a very long time, and to be recognized by the society where it all started made a massive difference. It's been quite a challenge at the World Cup. We've seen some incredible rugby. I've tried to take it week by week. Had some absolutely cracking games of rugby. Both teams just really wanted to play. starting off with the New Zealand Australia first round with an almost packed Eden Park, absolute dream come true, and then to go through into the quarterfinals and the semi-finals, and now to run touch on the weekend for the final is just massive. And I was speaking to Ben. A big shout out to this wonderful man. I thought back to the day of my first email when I said I'm thinking about getting involved, and the next minute I knew I was doing a fitness test in Belleville there, and we're A for away with a little barefoot under 13 game of rugby in Tygerberg. So it's just been an incredible journey, and there's so many people in the room tonight. I wish I could see you all, but I know you are there, that have had such a big impact on my reffing career. From the assessors to the people in the office who supported me, to the referees that I encountered on every field at club rugby, to the messages I get from you, just the well wishes and the support. It means the absolute world to me. And know that under my World Rugby jersey, there is still the blue and white. It's still the Western Province colours. I'm very proud of where I come from, and that's mainly because of all the people that are involved, and that's all of you. So thank you so much for the award. I can't wait to get back to Cape Town. I'm wishing you all a wonderful evening, and hopefully I will make it back soon, and we can all celebrate together.
Now I'd like to hand over to our chairman as he will do the next award.
Ladies and gentlemen, this one's going to be quick. I think I'd like to ask, because they never get on stage, the previous chairpersons, if you can come here. Dougie is jammer. But please come, Dennis, Dan, and Dougie, please come. Come. You're all part of this whole process. Klap vir haar, man. Klap vir haar. These are my predecessors. Julle lyk kwaai hoor. Ja, hulle lyk kwaai. Strippartye and so. Ladies and gentlemen, it's going to be a simple one. This one is awarded to the referee. Our provincial referees have to referee a certain amount of games, and when they've done that and they've ticked that box, then they get to wear this beautiful powder blue blazer that says they are now officially a Western Province rugby provincial referee. Now, I called them all up because they're actually all from the same region. Can you believe it? They're all from the same region. They're from Helderberg. So ek het besluit van nou af, gaan ek seker maak net my region se mense word chairpersons. So, ladies and gentlemen, just so that he can be proud of what he's done this last 2-3 years. Even during COVID times, they were really given a hard time. They had to train at home. They had to make sure their fitness levels didn't drop. It is an absolute pleasure for us tonight to cap none other than the Varsity Cup final referee, Dylan November. Sorry, Mr. Harwell said I must just not forget to mention that he's also from Helderberg. Why do you think I called you on the stage? Because he's from Helderberg, that's why. Congratulations again, ladies and gentlemen. Give it up for Dylan November.
That was the end of the program. That means my job is done. What a relief. Just a reminder to all our prize winners that they need to remain behind for a group photo. Sorry, you need to remain behind for a group photo and allow for a few minutes of your time for the thank yous, which will be done by none other than our Vice Chair, Mr. Ashley McKay. And then I also just want to end off by saying, let's give another round of applause to all the winners here tonight. Over to Ashley McKay.
Yeah, we come to that part of the evening where we want to say thank you to everyone who has contributed to our society. And we think now of our sponsors, Dryforce, thank you, Discovery, and Ivan, you too, thank you for always being willing to help us. Then we got our good friends from KWV, thanks very much for everything that you do for us. And then also to Protea Hotel for housing us here this evening and, giving us their support over the years. Thank you very much. Then I also want to acknowledge three people in my group. Samuel, Sivi, Cornelius, Johan, and myself. We were given the task of putting this function together. And I just want to I'll tell them I'll go to war with them anytime because they're a great bunch to work with. Thank you. And then I'm going to ask the chairperson to stand for me, please. And I'm going to ask the executives, wives, and partners to stand as well. Samuel, can you ask your wife to stand, please? And Lindsay, can you stand as well? Thank you. Thank you. I think that's anyone else? Yeah. Thank you, ladies. Without you knowing, you are doing an awesome job behind the scenes with us as EXCO. Thank you very much. I do know that dessert is still being served, so feel free to help yourself to dessert and chat. Thank you very much. Yeah, the group photo.
Thank you. I just want to push him off. Can I have the group, please, to come on board on the stage and in front for all the winners, as well as the Dobson clan. And executive, you're the first time you're actually getting in a photo as well, so come in there as well. Sammy, you come as well. Let's make it a family, happy group. Lindsay, it's the first time that you are MC. You come as well, please. Amal, now please. Blazer, everybody who won an award, please. Everybody here on the stage now for a photo. And the rest can go and have dessert. Asseblief, hou vir ons ook, man. It's mine. Bring your awards with you, please.
Come, gentlemen and ladies, please make your way to the stage.
Kan ons allemaal daar in die Parel tot die tafel toe gaan, want daar is die meeste awards. Is baie makkeliker.
Het sy wy geflos hier op.
Hoe is Cecil? Come stand. Make your way to the back.
Can't have a blazer, I'm not wearing mine.